Doctor, ¿cómo supo que estaba acá? Me parece muy oportuna su llegada.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Johnny.
Surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Yes.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Johnny!
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ok. Vamos a analizar la sangre. Ok, déjame pasar.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Ok.
It's my turn.
Oh shit.
Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Hey.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
La calidad de sangre indica cuánto se expide. Ok, esto ya lo hemos visto. Cuanto mayor sea la calidad de sangre, más expide. Para ver la sangre de tu presa, debes mesmerizarla. Para que se aleje de la vista de los demás, tu nivel de mesmerización debe ser igual o mayor a la resistencia del ciudadano. Ok. LB.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Oh. Al apropiarte de Clay obtendrás un impulso enorme de XP, pero debes tener cuidado ya que habrá consecuencias. Ok, vamos a intentar matar la menor cantidad de gente posible. Y cuando lo hagamos lo vamos a utilizar cuando den la mayor cantidad de experiencia. Entonces vamos a liberarlo.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Este tipo asesinó
It
a
is
otro.
wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
¿Quién diablos me habla? ¿Y a quién mató este tipo? Clay. Huh. Muchas preguntas. Chelines, chelines. Chelines. Ok, vamos a revisar aquí por donde está Clay. Me pregunto por qué no lo llevé al hospital.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Interesante. Hospital. Aquí supongo que se puede explorar toda esta área. Anteriormente estuvimos por acá y por acá. Hay escondites. Acá tenemos el hospital. Vamos a buscar nuestra oficina. O podemos explorar un poco más. Podemos explorar acá. Vamos a explorar un poco antes de ir al hospital. Pero no nos vamos a salir del distrito del hospital. Nos vamos a quedar aquí. Vamos a ver qué encontramos. Más propaganda.
It's locked, all right.
Reloj. Supongo que si necesito partes puedo desarmar el reloj. Vamos a ver. Correcto. Por el momento tenemos bastantes partes. No nos vamos a preocupar por eso. Sin embargo, sigamos a seguir explorando un poco. Intentar conseguir 30 XP más para tener los 1000 y poder agarrar una habilidad nueva. Que todo a la derecha es el hospital. Ok, vamos a explorar toda esta zona. Bolso pequeño para cachivaches, ok. Ok, wow. Hospital lleno, regresa a su casa. Chelines, chelines. Estado del distrito grave. Ok, no vamos a ir ahí todavía. Este es otro distrito. Vamos a mantenernos dentro del distrito del hospital. cuarentena. Enfermedad contagiosa. Debe entrar ni salir del área de cuarentena sin permiso. Ok, no se entiende. Empleados autorizados. Destruir ni quitar esta tarjeta. Ok. Mantenerse alejados de este área según órdenes de salud pública.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Esos que son de nivel 6 y 7. Ok, creo que creo que no vamos a ir ahí.
It's locked.
Ok, supongo que vamos a entrar en un montón de problemas al no querer comer. Porque como vimos, ya hay enemigos de niveles más altos que el nuestro y puede presentar la muerte, que no estoy seguro que puede ser. Creo que también podemos huir de la batalla, por lo que tal vez podría probar, pero estamos
I cannot enter.
tan al principio del juego que prefiero esperar un poco. Vamos a ver qué pasa siguiendo el curso natural del quest principal. Bueno, podemos probar qué nos pasa peleando contra este. Ok, ¿por qué no? Son 3. Ok, entramos al hospital y listo. Oh. Oh shit. Definitivamente pelear contra 3 hubiera sido una mala idea. No. Oh, maldito. No. Ok, la barra de abajo es la del stunt, creo. Ok. Se está curando cuando nos muerde el maldito esto. vez que lo mordemos gana más resistencia. Ok, nivel 6 es bastante fuerte para nosotros que somos nivel 2. ¿Qué estabas buscando aquí? No había nada. Ok. Ok, vamos a ir al hospital. Vamos a ir al hospital, no tiene sentido pelear contra esos tres, nos van a matar definitivamente. Y no ganamos XP tampoco al matarlo. Quedamos siempre en la misma cantidad, por lo que no nos sirve realmente pelear contra ellos. Aviso de interés público, prevenga la gripe española. Tápese la boca cuando tosa y estornude con un pañuelo. Ok. Para hacer una máscara, no escupa. Ok. Me recuerda a a los anuncios que hay en el subterráneo, cosas así, de transporte público. Siempre recomiendan esas cosas. Aparentemente lo hacían desde el 2018, digo 1918. Ok, vamos a ir al hospital. Por ahora no vamos a explorar más. Tal vez podamos hablar con algunas personas. Oh.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Oh, pista. Hablar con la gente nos da pistas.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Milton Hooks.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
She's dead. Murió.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Suena como una pérdida de tiempo.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Wow. Soy prestamista. Ah.
A pawnbroker. I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
¿Cree la vida después de la muerte? Ah, los vampiros.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Interesante.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Ok. Ok. Negociemos, a ver.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Opio. En el brote de la epidemia y la terrible escasez de medicamentos legales, los ciudadanos de Londres volvieron a usar recientemente el opio por sus propiedades calmantes y anestésicas. Fórmula enigmática. Parece compleja, debe ser analizada. Fórmula, codeína. Es un poderoso analgésico antituségino usado a menudo para aliviar el dolor y la tos, ok. Ah, vender, ok. Ok. Por ahora no vamos a comprar nada. Oh, gané suficiente XP. Eso es bueno. Ajá. Cada vida salvada por atención médica, los voluntarios pueden hacer la diferencia. Ok. Faltan voluntarios. Enfermeras. La última renunció, como dijo la otra doctora, que no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Oh, ok. Chelines. Hey. Él no los va a usar. Al menos a mí me pueden servir para comprar cosas. ¿Qué dice la carta que encontramos? Oh, perdón. amor mío, finalmente encontré el dinero que faltaba para pagarle al chofer de ambulancia y que la traiga al hospital. No se preocupe por nada excepto por mejorarse. Me he encargado de todo. Le pregunté a algunos vecinos y dijeron que este tal señor Hooks es algo así como bribón honrado. Quizás pida más que dinero a cambio de una cama, pero la cama estará garantizada. Lamento haberme negado a pagar inicialmente y me doy cuenta que lo importante es que usted se mejore pronto. El hospital Pembroke es un buen lugar, según dicen, pese al mal comportamiento de este Milton Hooks. Le aseguro que ahora todo está bien y le veré en su cama limpia lo antes posible. Con todo amor, Nicolás. Milton Hooks. Ah. Interesante. Milton Hooks extorsiona. Interesante. Ese Milton Hooks podría ser comida. Uajajaja. Parece que por aquí había venido, no estoy seguro. Huh. ¿Y usted quién es?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Damn.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Muy bien, me parece.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Bastante sexista.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Ok, aprendimos algo de Dr. Tippett.
Come on, I don't have all night.
Are you talking to me? ¿Me hablas?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Suave.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Enfermera Crane.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Mi habitación está en el segundo piso, creo
If you
que.
could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Ok, left after the stairs. Izquierda después de las escaleras. ¿Quién es el Dr. Swansea?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Interessant.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Escuché de eso, sí.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Ok, sacamos un poco de información de su vida en Londres y... hablemosle de Tippett.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore. does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
No entendí qué quiso decir con eso.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Supongo que podría hablar con Tippets después. O podría hablar con Tippets ya. Tippets. Tippets. Where are you, Tippets? ¿Y vos quién eres?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Buen punto.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Ho, 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 ho. Okay.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Ok, vende piezas. Vende piezas y vende esta arma. 296 de daño. Wow. Ok. Ok, estamos investigando un poco. Botellas pequeñas. Botellas. Doctor
Good evening, Dr.
Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Hablemos de la enfermera. Okay.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
Digámosle.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
Entiendo, ya tomé una decisión y le pude haber dicho que la enfermera estaba preocupada, pero no lo hizo. Y ya no lo puedo hacer de nuevo. Interesante saber que así funciona. Ok.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Bueno, hemos ganado un poco de experiencia. Bueno, hablemos con la enfermera de nuevo. Sí, con vos.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Busquemos nuestra habitación.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Interesante postura.
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Goodbye, Nurse
Ok.
Hawkins.
Aprendimos lo que pudimos de ella.
Fear and disgust on every street
Y
corner.
bueno, vamos a ir a
Daily routine.
buscar nuestra oficina. De las escaleras al lado izquierdo, al fondo del corredor. Supongo que este es el segundo piso. En muchos países el segundo piso, este sería el primer piso. Entonces, Dr. Reed, wow. Este es sistema de bienvenida más eficiente. Congratulaciones al equipo que puso esto en tan rápido tiempo. La placa. No sabía que era tan fácil, rápida de hacer.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Ok. Y vamos a agarrar. Siento que tal vez deberíamos de agarrar de este tipo de daño porque es el que no tenemos. El cuchillo hace daño de este tipo. Y de cierta forma siento que deberíamos de tener de todos los tipos. Entonces, sinceramente no estoy seguro qué agarrar. Pienso que deberíamos de agarrar este tipo de daño para tener daño de sangre. Tiene buen alcance, no necesita mucha recuperación, pero toma muchísimo sangre. Interesante. Bueno, ambos necesitan mucha sangre, a diferencia del de las sombras. Sí, ¿por qué no? Oh, nivel 5. Ok. Eso significa que ya no estamos tan lejos del nivel de los monstruos que estaban afuera en el patio. Ok. Nos quedan 300 de experiencia y no nos alcanza para nada. Vamos a confirmar. Bueno, y esto sería por la sesión de hoy. La próxima vamos a investigar qué pasa en el patio de atrás y vamos a analizar la sangre.